Hello everyone. In today's lab, we will be working on cross-region replication of uh, S3 bucket object, right? So why it is required and what are the benefits we are getting in the cross-region replication platform, I will discuss about all the thing. So what happens actually in cross-region replication, we are creating one source bucket and one destination bucket, and those bucket should be in different region because the name itself here is cross region replication. So one bucket is present in Mumbai region, another bucket is present in the here North Virginia region, but in my case I will create in some other region based on like where I want to create. So whatever data you are keeping in the source bucket, those data will be replicating to the destination bucket, but vice versa will not be possible. So if you are replicating one object from here to here, if you are uploading any object in the destination bucket, that will not be uploaded to the source bucket unless and until you have allowed one more replication from destination to source also. So if you are updating anything in the source bucket, that will be updated in the destination bucket. If you are making any object public here, that object will become public here in the destination bucket also. If you are deleting something in the destination bucket, that will not be deleted from the source bucket. So I'll show you all the thing that we can do in cross region replication. If you see the documentation of the replication, so you can see here, so why we use replication. So we want to replicate object and we want to keep the metadata information also. If you want to replicate object and if you want to change the storage class, like suppose in the source bucket I am saving my data in standard class, and in the destination bucket I want to use some other class that is of the cheaper option, like infrequent access, glacier, deep archive glacier, or like 1 June IA. So any option I can choose for the cheaper possible options. From the cheaper possible options, maintain object copy under different ownership, right? Suppose in the source bucket I am creating my own bucket, I am uploading some data, and now I just want to replicate the data with some other owner, right? I want to replicate the data to the bucket that belongs to some other user, so that is also possible. If you want to keep your object all over the region, on multiple regions, so that you can do by replicating the data in various region. So you can replicate your object within 15 minutes, right? So when you are creating one object in one region, you want to replicate to the other region, so it takes very less amount of time to replicate the data from one region to the another region. You can sync the bucket from source and destination bucket, you want to sync it. If you want to replicate field data, so you can replicate that data also. So all these are possible point that why we are using replication. Now when to use cross region replication? Suppose you want to meet some compliance requirement. Suppose you have created one bucket in Mumbai region and you want to create one bucket in North Virginia region. So these two are different region, geographically different regions are present there. So there will be some rules and regulation associated with Mumbai region, and there will be some rules and regulation associated with North Virginia region. So if you want to meet the compliance requirement that vary with region to region, so in that case you can replicate the bucket to use in different region to meet the compliance requirement. If you want to minimize latency, suppose one user is present in India, another user is present in USA. So in that case, to reduce the latency for the accessing the bucket object, you can copy the same bucket content to various region. Based on which region is nearest to the user, you will give permission to access the bucket, access to the bucket. So it will increase your operational efficiency also if you want to copy the data in various regions simultaneously. So that is all what I wanted to discuss about cross region replication, why to use and when to use cross region replication. Now what I'll do, I will be going to S3 service, and here I'll create two buckets. One bucket will be source bucket, another bucket will be destination bucket. So in the source bucket I will keep some data. I will update the data. The data will be updated in the destination bucket also. So once I will not allow cross region replication. In that case, if you are uploading something, that will not be replicated. But once you will enable cross region replication, till that from that time onward, it will be replicated. So there are multiple options, whether you want to replicate the existing object also, or whether you want to replicate from now onward also. So both the options are possible. So based on our requirement, we can replicate our object. So I'm just going to create my bucket first. So here, suppose I am creating one bucket, my name itself. Now I'm creating my bucket in Mumbai region. Suppose I'm creating my source bucket in Mumbai region. And object ownership, I'm making it ACL enabled, so that with whomever I will share the link of the object, that person can access my object. Now after that, what I want to do, so whether you are allowing public access of the bucket or not, yes, I am allowing the public access, so I will untick this option and I need to acknowledge this. After that, what I will be doing, I need to enable bucket versioning option. If you will not enable this option, cross region replication will not allow you to replicate the object, right? So right now I am disabling this option, but later on it will be asked that you need to enable it. So what I am doing right now, I will enable for the source bucket and I will disable for the destination bucket. So at the time of the cross region replication, we need to enable that. I'll show you that option. Now I'm not providing any kind of extra encryption option here. So whatever is the default encryption, I will go with that. Now I'll create my bucket. Okay, so what is the problem? So I need to check that. Okay, bucket ownership, block all. Okay, so my bucket is going to be created now. So you can see here one bucket is created in Asia Pacific, that is Mumbai region, and the object of the bucket can be public. Because my bucket is public, object can be made public as per the requirement. Now what I want to do, I want to create another bucket in Singapore region. So I'm just writing here. So I'm just writing replica. And this one is created in Singapore region. Ownership, I am making it ACL enabled. I am allowing all the public access. I acknowledge this setting, and after that I am disabling this versioning option for this bucket, that is replica bucket, and nothing else. I'm not doing any changes right now. Okay, so two buckets are created. If you see here, the other bucket information is also available. One bucket is created in Mumbai region, another bucket is created in Singapore region. Now what I'll do, I'll upload one file here in the first bucket, and I'll show you that will not be replicated to the second bucket. Why? Because I have not created any replication rule till now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to create one text file here. I'm just writing name as S3 text. Okay, so this one is folder actually. So I need to create one text file. S3 test. And inside this text file, I'm writing this file is written before CRR. I'm just writing the message only. Okay, now I'll upload this file on S3 bucket, the first bucket, right? So I'll go here, I'll upload the file. Okay, so this file is getting uploaded on my first bucket. Now if you go and check, if you go and go to the buckets, so bucket 1 contains one file, but if you go and check the second bucket, so this bucket doesn't contain any file right now. Why? Because I have not uploaded anything here in the second bucket. Now I'll move back. Now I'll create one rule for cross-region replication. So I'm just making first bucket as the source bucket. So I'll go to that bucket and I'll go and set some properties. So I need to go to management section first. In the management section, you can see there is a section where I can write rule for replication. So here the rule is replication rules, and in the replication rule you need to set all the field that is written here. So what I'll do, I'll go and create replication rule here. So I'm just writing here replication rule, any name you can provide. Status is enabled because I'm writing rules, so I want to apply this rule. Okay, so I want to make it enable because I want to apply this rule. Priority is like I cannot set the priority right now, so it is 0 by default, so I'm keeping it is. Now you can see source bucket is this one. Now which object you want to copy from this source bucket, right? You need to provide the object name or scope of the object, right? So whether you want to copy specific object or you want to copy all the object that is present in the bucket. So if you want to limit the scope, in that case you need to provide prefixes, right? Suppose I am just writing all the file name that start with Suchi, that should be copied, right? So you can write like that, but if you want to copy all the object, in that case go to all the object in the bucket I want to copy. Now destination bucket I need to choose. So whether you want to choose the destination bucket that belong to same account or different account, you need to write information here. So I want to choose the bucket that belong to my account only. So I'm just selecting the first option, and here you need to provide bucket name. So which bucket should be the destination bucket? So in that case you can provide directly name here, or you can browse the S3 bucket, so you will see the information. So I'll choose the replica bucket to keep this bucket as the destination bucket. Now you can see it is asking, right? So your replication requires versioning to be enabled, and I showed you earlier that replica bucket versioning option was disabled. I kept it disabled intentionally so that I can show you here. So I'm just enabling this bucket versioning option. Now it is okay. After that, you need to select one IAM role. So you can select any role or you can keep this field as it is. Now, if you want to encrypt the replication object, you want to change the storage class of the object of replication object, because we have discussed here, right? So whether you want to why to use, so you can see one option was here, replicate object into different storage class. So that is also possible. So I'm not, suppose I'm just changing this one, I'm replicating object, right? So I don't know whether this one I will use frequently or not. So I'm just going to standard IA. So because I think I will not be able to use, I will not use it frequently. So I just went to standard IA class. You can keep the same. So I'm just showing this just for an example. Now you can do the additional setting here. So I'm not doing any additional setting, but you can set replication time control. So as I showed there, within 15 minutes you can replicate your object, right, automatically. Now you can set some metrics and notification. You can replicate the delete marker also, so that whenever someone wants to delete the object, delete marker will be generated and you can restore the object. And you want to sync the object, so that is also possible. So I'm just going to save option now. So I think there is some problem. Yeah, I need to choose one IAM role. So okay, no problem, it will allow me. Okay, now you can see when I just wanted to replicate, it is asking me, right, whether you want to replicate the existing object that was present in the source bucket also, or you don't want to replicate existing object, only you want to replicate from now onwards. So I'm just choosing the first option. No, I don't want to replicate the existing object. Means the first object that I uploaded will not be replicated. Now I'm just submitting this option here. So if you go here, one replication rule is generated, right? So if you go and check here, so go to management, so you will see here one replication rule is generated. Here the name of the replication rule is replication rule. Status is enabled. Destination bucket name is this one. Destination region is Singapore. Priority is 0. On entire bucket, I'm just applying this replication option. Storage classes is changed to standard IA, and replica owner is same as the source owner, and all the other option here is disabled because I have not done their additional setting. Now what I want to do, I'm just going to the buckets again, and now I'll try to upload something on this file, right, on this particular source bucket. So when I'll try to upload, it will be uploaded to the destination bucket also. Suppose I am doing changes here, right? I'm just writing file after CRR. Now you will see this file will be copied. Now I am uploading this object here. I am uploading one more object to show you. Okay, so these two files are getting uploaded in the source bucket. So it should be copied in the destination bucket also. So you can see here, two files here present here, but two version of this file is present here, right? If you go and allow show versions option here, you can see one file is here, another file is here, but this file should not be copied to the destination side. Why? Because this file I uploaded before cross region replication. Okay, so now I'll show you. I'm just going to the destination bucket and I'll show you that two objects will be copied. So if you see here, two objects are copied, right? And if you see here, this one is 51 byte object, right? The second object, not the first object. So if you go and check the first object, so that is something different. So only three files are present here. So the first file that was present before the replication is not copied to the destination bucket. That is a 31 byte. So I showed you that. Now I want to show you, if I'll upload something on the destination bucket, that should not be copied to the source bucket also. Okay, so I'm just going here and I am uploading something in the destination bucket. Suppose I'm uploading this file. So that should not be replicated to the first bucket, right? So in the second bucket, if you see, this CSV file is present, but when you go to the first bucket, so that file should not be present here. Understood how it works? Now, if you will make any object public here, that object will become public in the replicating object also. So you can see here, this object is not public. How you will check that? Just go and click on this object and copy the URL and try to open it. So this object is not public, right? Now I'll make it public and I'll show you this will become public in the destination bucket also. So you go here, I'll go to this object and I'm making it public. So the object in the destination bucket should also become public. So now if you refresh this page, so it will become public, right? So this file became public. Now I'll show you in the replica object. So I'm going here. I'm copying this URL and I'm pasting here. So right now it is not public, but after some time it will become public. Okay, so this one is AP Southeast 1, that is Singapore region, and this one is South 1, that is Mumbai region. Okay, so I waited for some time. Now you can see in the AP Southeast 1 region also, this object become public, and in the AP South 1, that is Mumbai region, it was public. So now I just show you whether the object that I am deleting from the first bucket is getting deleted from the second bucket also or not, right? Suppose I'm just deleting this object here. So it will not be deleted from the replicated region. So it is deleted from my first bucket. Now I'll show you whether it got deleted from the destination side or not. So it will not be getting deleted, right, from the destination. It will be available here. So deletion is the individual option, but when you upload something in the source bucket, it will be deleted from the uploaded to the destination bucket. So now I am deleting the bucket. So if you want to delete the bucket, the object should be deleted first. So first you need to make the bucket empty. Now you can delete the bucket. So now I can delete the first bucket. Okay, if you go to the replica bucket, so all the objects are available there, so there is no problem there. So you can use the replica region as the backup purpose for also. So what I want to do, I'm just going to the bucket. Now I'll try to delete this bucket. So you will not be able to do that, right? It will not allow you because in this bucket there are some objects. So the bucket is not empty. So first you need to make the bucket empty. Then you will be able to delete the bucket. So here I will go to this option and I will make it empty first. Okay, so I need to type permanently delete. Now I will delete the object. So all the objects are deleted. Now I can delete the bucket. We need to delete the replication rule also. I think a replication rule must be deleted with the bucket. So because I deleted source bucket, so replication rule is also deleted with that bucket. So that's all about today's lab assignment. Thank you.